Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Lok Glom and this playlist My Buddhist Journey, where I would like to take you with me on my journey to Nirvana, the cessation of suffering. I'm now here again at Wat Ba Tham Luang, this wonderful Vipassana meditation center in northern Thailand's Mae Hong Son province. And 2 months have passed, 7 weeks I've been in the crazy world out there, doing some farming in Pan farm, had some wonderful time as well. But I realized one thing, and that is I really missed the Buddhist Sangha. So today I would like to show you why the Sangha is so important to me, and I would say for everyone who is looking for the Buddhist goal. Alright, so let's go. There is a reason why we bow down 3 times every time before we start our practice, and each time then we finish, after we have finished our practice, may it be meditation or whatever practice we do in the Dharma hall. And that is to pay respect to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and lastly to the Sangha. And the Sangha is the group of people who have preserved the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha, since more than 2,500 years, and who have been practicing for all this time. This is such an incredible thing to think about. And one of my first realizations I got here in Wat Ba Tham Luang 2 months ago in December, when I came here the first time, was really so clearly that I need a Sangha to strive in my spiritual development, to develop on the Buddhist path. It is almost impossible to just do it by yourself. And so there's the reason why we have this Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And it came so clearly to my mind when I just arrived here within not a long time, that I felt so fast to develop in just a short time here. Like in 2 weeks I felt like I could learn much more and develop much more than even in the last 10 years that I here and there from time to time always read some Buddhist book, watched some Buddhist podcast on YouTube, had some talk to some other people about it, trying to practice meditation. I had some periods of a few weeks or months or so that I practiced, but then I let go of it again. I couldn't really keep track of it. I really couldn't keep the discipline for myself to do it for a longer time and to really develop in the Buddhist path. So now, I would like to share with you the 3 main reasons that I've just thought about, that just came to my mind, that are really nice advantages of having a Sangha. Advantage number 1. In a monastery, you have a very clear daily structure. I'll show you here. This is the daily timetable. I hope you can see it. And so this makes everything so much easier in a way that you don't need to bring up that own discipline to every day get up at the same time, push yourself to sit on the meditation. Here, if you don't come to the meditation, it's just not right. You will feel, and indeed, if you don't show up, they will just throw you out of the monastery. So, you really have that motivation by that to really keep going with your practice every day. At the same time, you have this amount of walking meditation, this amount of sitting meditation, and so on. And also talking about the food, I myself find it very hard to stop myself from eating when I'm always surrounded everywhere, especially when you go out in the city with all those foods, and especially when your people that you surround yourself with, your friends, your family, they don't follow that lifestyle, and they eat in the evening, or they eat too much, or they eat foods that you don't like, or maybe they drink alcohol, you don't want to drink alcohol, and it's harder to follow what you actually want if your surroundings don't do like this. And so I really appreciate being here and taking advantage from just this very set up, clear structure that you can follow. And because we are all social animals, that means we like to be part of a group. And so if you're out there in the world and you don't really have a Sangha, meaning you're always just practicing for yourself, by yourself, and I did basically like this all of my 10, 12 last years, like reading books by myself here and there, watching YouTube videos and stuff like this, trying to keep my own practice. And I always failed after some time because we're just not made to do things alone. And if you have a Sangha, you also have the support from the reflection of others. You have the chance to talk, to reflect yourself and being understood. So actually this was more than one reason, but basically this is like the structure that I'm talking about. Advantage number 2 for me is really having good teachers. So having experienced, long time or ordained monks who have walked this path that I want to walk already since decades, since 10, even up to 50 years. The abbot is now 50 years practicing in a robe, and how amazing is that I can really just looking at these people, how they behave, how they have really understood some things of the Buddha's teachings so deeply, and that helps already so much for myself to feel that motivation and to actually even to take over. It's like they give some of the energy, and you just receive it. So even this is already so great, and it's not comparable to any teacher that you watch on YouTube or that you read a book of, like what maybe the Dalai Lama, Thich Nhat Hanh. I've seen so many videos and read so many books about great teachers, but it's like not even a little bit of what you gain out of when you really meet a real teacher, like in real life. And so I really appreciate that. And even also other examples, like other people who come here to practice, and I can learn from so many people here. And of course, also being able to ask your personal questions on a daily level is so valuable. And they really take the time here to answer your questions as good as they can. And often people really feel like so relieved and like, wow, you gave me some wisdom now. And you don't get that so easily by just Googling or asking you questions on YouTube. We all do this like when we're on our spiritual ways. And it's just not the same. And finally, advantage number 3. And this is really that you don't have to worry about worldly matters. May it be your rent for your house, all money matters in general, having to go pay for all kind of stuffs on a daily life level, going to the supermarket, getting your foods, preparing foods. Like on the daily life you take a lot of time for things, and then your focus is not so much on the practice anymore. So being in the temple like this, everything is taken care of. The food is being taken care of, and you have a house to live in. And then this especially an important point for when you ordain as a monk, of course, because then really everything is taken care of. Even your visa is taken care of, and like to stay in a foreign country like this. So this is a great advantage, because you really can then focus the whole day on the actual practice of the Buddha's teachings. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have liked this video and you like this channel and these Buddhist ideas. I hope you keep following my channel and enjoy some other videos that I've already done if you like, and yeah, sending you all my blessings from Thailand, the land of smiles.